Hello, algebra people. I may not be here, but I'm here. I'm with you in my heart and leaving you with capable people, including Mr. Howard and a guest teacher who will help you with your math. But I'm here to go ahead and lead you along the way just because I can't leave it alone. So for algebra today, we're still working on solving systems with tables and graphs and just about to do something called substitution. And that's our target that we're heading towards, solving more than one equation with tables, graphs, and algebra. We're getting closer to that today. To begin, either do these on a whiteboard or in your notebook or somewhere else that you need to, and we'll pause the video and let you work through these. So pause the video now, if that makes sense, and try these equations. On the first one, the easiest thing to do is subtract 3 from both sides first. Then you get negative 3x equals 21. Then divide by negative 3. And be careful to get that negative in there. It makes it easier on both sides. And so then 21 divided by negative 3 is negative 7. The second one, I recommend the fraction buster. So multiply every term by the denominator, 4. And when you do that, all the terms with the denominator 4 cancel with the 4 up top, because 4 divided by 4 is 1. 4 divided by 4, what's left, just be careful you don't miss what's left. A plus 1 equals 4 times negative 2, or negative 8. Then it's like you've been doing since you were a small child. Subtract 1 from both sides. A equals negative 9. Again, you have Mr. Howard or a great guest teacher to answer questions if you're stuck on those. Right, let's get to, I will post answers to last in the content library if you want to look at the answers. And for now though, I want you to spend some time working on in partners or groups if you're in class on a whiteboard, right? Or if you're a Zoomer, they'll be in your OneNote. Let's solve some systems with tables and graphs, and then your teachers will spend some time going over those. So find the solving systems with tables and graphs and work on those, and then come back to learn a new skill for what's next. Now, we need to work on some advanced solving equations skills with a Z so that we can solve problems like this one. 5x equals 4x plus 7. And the issue is we've got variables, we've got unknowns on both sides of the equation. So, no problem. Here's what you do. Well, we wanted to say x equals something at the end, right? That's the kind of the goal, finding the unknown in algebra and getting the variable on one side, 1x, and then the number on the other. And so you have to be careful here that you don't use division. Basically what we're doing is we're saying, okay, well, I want to subtract 4x from both sides. If I do that, 4x minus 4x on the right side becomes 0 x's, and I'm left with 7. And on the left side, 5 groups of x minus 4 groups of x leaves me with 1x, which we also like to write as just x. So 1x equals 7. So typically what you do is you're going to add or subtract groups of x to do this. To start out, to collect the variable on one side of the equation and the numbers on the other. It's a little bit of separation. In this case, it's okay. Let's look at this other question. 7x equals the opposite of x, or negative x, plus 24. There are a number of moves to make, but I think the easiest one is to add an x, add 1x to both sides. On the right side, negative x and positive 1x makes 0, which leaves us just 0 plus 24, 24. And 7x plus 1x is 8x. Now we have one more step in this case because we have 8 times the number equals 24. And if you need to, use the inverse operation of multiplication, division. 8 divided by 8 is 1. 24 divided by 8 is 3. So again, the key is collect the variables on one side of the equation with adding or subtracting, then solve. Here's another one. A little bit more complicated, and this time we've got all sorts of intermixing going on. And so let's group the x's on one side, the numbers on the other in a couple different steps. I would start this way. And it's not wrong to start another way. But why? I guess that's a good question. Why do I do that step first? Yeah, to keep my result positive as much as possible. So when I work on the right side, 4x minus 3x gives me 1x, and that's always easier to deal with than a negative x. But it's not wrong if you do it the other way. I still have plus 11 on the right side. 3x minus 3x is 0, and I have 2. So I have 2 equals x plus 11. Then let's remove the numbers from the right side by keeping this equation balanced by subtracting 11. X is left over on the right side. 11 minus 11 is 0. 2 minus 11 is negative 9. And you'll see why this skill is important coming up soon. But this is what we're working on now, trying to deal with equations with variables on both sides of the equation. So add or subtract the variable to separate those. Now that you went through advanced problem solving, advanced equation solving, variables on both sides, let's do a little practice. We're talking practice. It is a choice though. You can choose the black set if you're feeling like I just need some more practice and not too challenging problems, or the blue set, which is like, okay, I've got those and now I want some challenging, difficult problems. But you're always welcome to choose to go black and blue. It's up to you. When class is over, just know that this is going to be for next class, this is advanced solving equations, and that you've got math lab or the 2:15 office hours or next class. Okay, talk to you later.